We maintain that you don't inherit anything from your parents except the color of the skin, the shape of the nose, the hair maybe, and but no behavior. Greed, racism is all learned. All that is learned by your environment. If you don't understand me, if you were raised as a baby in Nazi Germany, if you never saw anything else, if Hitler already burned the books, you would be a Nazi. My grandfather said to me, if you pledge allegiance to America or any one country, you're negating all the wonderful work done by everybody else. Louis Pasteur was a Frenchman. Maybe we're all alive because of him. So he said, if you really like people, pledge allegiance to the earth and all the people. Don't ever pledge allegiance to a single nation. What about the good old USA? Well, where did we get this country from? We stole it from the Indians. They didn't say, come here, build houses, settle down, do whatever you want. We drove them into the desert region, and we took the best land. That goes for England, Germany, France. They're all thieves. Now, if you get mad at your neighbor and you kill him, you either execute you or you stay in jail the rest of your life. But if the nation gets mad at another nation, go kill. No Chinese baby was ever born speaking Chinese without going to school. You don't inherit it. Even though your generation spoke for thousands of years Chinese, no Chinese baby ever came out and said, Su Tong Hung. No, he had to hear that from his parents. So everything you learn comes in through your eyes, your ears, your nose, touch. If you're born blind and you feel the kid's face and you know it's little Jimmy, or when he talks. This woman was born blind, I'm telling you a real case, and they removed 2 cataracts when she was 40 years old. She never saw anything. And they brought all her relatives in, not all, but a lot of them. And they said, do you know who's who? She said, no, I don't. Once they spoke, Uncle Harry. Once the kid spoke, little Jimmy. Because her memory is audio, not visual. Do you understand that? When a blind person touches the scissors, they can with one hand say it's a scissors. If you blindfold a normal person, they have to probe it a little while, and they can say it's a scissors. Can you understand that? When a blind person dreams, the fingers move. Can you understand that? Because their whole world is cup, pencil. They feel, but they do it fast, not like you. So, without your senses, you can't do anything. If you bring up a baby in a gray ball, gray, no color, and you feed it, all it'll remember is feeding and defecating, or shitting, if that's the word you use. So the baby will come out of that ball when it's 16 years old, be an idiot. It needs stimulus, color, sight, sound, and every nation brings up its people to believe that their system is the right one. Now there's people that believe in God, their God is like they are. Eskimo God has big igloos and lots of seal, good hunting. An Eskimo, if you ask a real Eskimo, they never travel anywhere. You say you can have anything you want. He doesn't say, I think I'd like a twin-engine Beechcraft. He can't say that. Do you understand that? I'd like a refrigerator. Eskimo can't say that. He can't say, I think I'd like a biplane. He can't say that. He can only say that which he's been exposed to. Okay? Now, when you look at people and you say, boy, they're sure different than we are, well, that's because they come from a different place. If you were born in the deep south, you'd speak with a southern accent. I can't say stop speaking with a southern accent. Speak with a Central American accent. You can't. That's why you say, I'm gonna get me a nigger, not gonna kick his ass. That's what you pick up from your environment. Nobody is born a racist. Now, I don't know if you know this, during the Irish famine, The Irish came from Ireland because you couldn't live there, and they worked for half the amount an American would work for. So Americans used to beat up the Irish. Nothing wrong with the Irish, it's just that they were starving and they came here, those that could. And then the Italians came after that. The Irish used to beat up the Italians because the Italians used to beat up the Irish because of competition.
That still goes on.
If you understand this now, if orange trees grew all over the world, every lot, you couldn't sell oranges. Do you understand that? The oxygen you breathe is absolutely necessary for life. The reason there's no price tag on it, there's so much of it, so far.
So far.
That used to be true for water. You can drink all you want, and nobody gave a damn. But you start running out of water, hey, go easy. You know, scarcity generates a lot of behavior. Hoarding, greed, all that is generated by scarcity. There's no such thing as human nature. I tell you, well, the Italians speak with a certain accent. They pick it up. If you lived in Italy for 20 years and you come to America, you might say, come on, they eat, it's a good food. You might speak like that. And if you're Irish, you say, he's a fine Irish guy. You know, and that would be normal to your environment. Do you understand? If you take a white baby from royalty in England and raise it by a black family, impoverished, that's right, you're right, mm-hmm. However that black family speaks, that white kid will speak. So if you get mad at people, you don't understand what shapes their values. George Washington. How many of you knew he had 300 slaves? 1, 2, 3. He'd be arrested today as a bum, a no-good son of a bitch. Now, King Solomon had 1,000 wives. We all respect him in the Bible. But King Solomon would be arrested as a bigamist. The Supreme Court judges today would all be retrained in a sane world. They're no good. They're all bums. Because they don't understand what makes human beings the way they are. They think, I guess I'm born that way. That's what they think. But you'll find out that most people are very different. Even in a court of law, they tell us in your own words what happened. So he said, Abugalabaga, that's your own words. Nobody knows what the hell you're talking about. Nobody has their own words. They have the words they've learned. Okay? So that makes it almost impossible to talk to one another. We talk at each other. You meet a person, have a nice day, or have a nice weekend. All of us say things like that. We never say, have a nice life and let it be done with. Why just have a nice weekend? See, that's automatic. We are so automatic we don't even know about it. We think it's natural. We think that's human nature. Human nature has always been in scarcity. There's always been a shortage. So the Bible says we shall always have the poor amongst us. They didn't say, I really don't know how we can overcome that. If they were honest, the people that read the Bible, said, where did the world come from? I don't know, but according to James or Jesus Christ, the Lord made it. I really don't know, that's what they say. That's honest. In the Bible it says, if you open it up, thou shalt not kill. It doesn't say Wednesdays and Thursdays. It's set aside for killing. It says, thou shalt not kill. Then it says, love your enemy. If a man strikes you, turn the other cheek. So Larry King said to me, what do you think of Christianity? I said, it's a great idea. Why aren't they putting it into practice? I never met a Christian that behaved that way.